Howdy folks, it's Zach and welcome back to my gaming channel, and tonight we're looking at Star Ocean Anamnesis. It has been the end of a very, very long day, so please forgive me if I, stutter, if I trip over my words, if words start to slur. I've been up for a good 18 hours now. It's a little past midnight, but I finally had a chance to go ahead and log into Star Ocean Anamnesis, which is the other FFBE, the other mobile game that I love playing. And lo and behold, they've got a special set of summons right now that I thought was worth mentioning, by the way. So if you go into draws, which is this game is also a gacha game, so forgot to turn down the volume too of the game. It also depends on summoning, and so the better the units you have, the easier things tend to get. And the thing that I thought I would highlight is that right now they have the Nier characters up. And so this is 2B, 9S, and A2. Now, I happen to have 2B from an earlier banner, and she's great. She's really, really great. She's one of the characters I'm trying to level up right now. I also have some gems. I actually thought it might be fun to just record a draw 10 and see what we get. Now, one of the things I like about Star Ocean Anamnesis is that they're a little bit more generous about how the gems come your way and on a regular basis. Plus, you also get a free draw per day, regardless of what events are going on, which is pretty cool. The downside of Star Ocean Anamnesis is that you're not just drawing for characters, you're also drawing for weapons. And this is where things get tricky. Is just like your characters can get stat boosts and level up. There's a couple different ways you level up in Star Ocean Anamnesis. So do your weapons. Your weapons, you get them at a base level, and then you increase the amount of damage they can do by merging them with the same weapon again, and that raises its level cap, and then you also can level up that weapon and give it experience just like you would with a unit. So this game, in one way, is a little bit more generous in what they give you, but on the other hand, you got to do twice as much work, because you're also trying to invest not just in the unit that you get, but also the weapons that you're trying to equip on that unit. So it's kind of rough, but for right now, I thought it might be fun to do a character draw. I've got 10,000 gems. And by the way, for this game, the unit I'm really looking out for in the future is Evelise. Evelise is a healer who has the ability to res dead party members, and in this game, that is super important because once somebody goes down, they don't come back up. Evelise is the first unit that'll be able to actually bring members up. In other games, I have lots of healers who could re-res units all the time. You take it for granted. In this game, when a unit goes down, that's it. So you either have a healer that can keep them up indefinitely in that fight, or when a player goes down, you're just sunk. So that's kind of why that kind of unit is so important. All right. Also, let's take a quick look at the details here for 2B. Now, why is it that I like her? Well, she just basically does crap tons of damage. Her every ability move that she has a really good modifier. The only thing she doesn't do very well is chain. And so that's kind of a big part of this game, is having your units build up the chain effect to do more damage. But one thing she does have a lot of great of is passives. Her passives are really excellent, some of the best in the game. So she gives a AP recovery plus 100% for normal attacks, and Wish, agility AP cost negative 50% on evasions, Silent Will, plus 25% attack and plus 45% attack if your HP is at full. So she pairs up really, really well with healers or with people who just avoid a lot of damage. So if you're with a really good party of players who all are avoiding taking damage and can stay at full health, so typically pairing her up with a healer is a good move, then your whole party benefits from her attack stat. And then as far as 9S and 2B, I don't know their talents very well, so I'm actually going to take a look. Fleeting Kindness, damage dealt 30%, damage dealt 40% at 100% HP. Very nice. And because it's slightly worded differently than than 2Bs, they may stack. Man, that would be hella awesome if they did that. Damage dealt plus 30% is that's phenomenal. That's just a really, really great buff for the party. Oh wait, no, that's just him. Damage dealt 30% is just him. 40% at 100% HP is the party, sorry. Agility AP cost negative 50%, movement rate plus 30% party, so everybody moves quicker. Handy. Treacherous Blade, evasion possible during attack, even in the air. Evade distance and evade speed plus 100%. Very nice for himself. And Gathering Keepsakes, plus 15 and plus 10 to hit. Nice. And his battle skills, just like 2B, they don't really chain very well, except for his rush mode. And his rush mode, though, has a really nice effect. Recovers 50% HP and damage dealt plus 30%, and it looks like that's for the entire party for 20 seconds. So over 20 seconds you recover half your health. That's a nice, very nice utility move. So he's a little bit of a damage dealer and a little bit of a utility player, which is kind of cool. I mean, he's strictly listed as a sharpshooter, which is a damage dealer. And let's take a A2 really quick. A2, wow, that's some monstrous AP. Now, by the way, the stats that we're seeing here are only if you level the character all the way up. And what she got? Swirling Animus, HP 20%, and no flinching when taking damage of 20% HP or less. So you get dragged down to the bare bottom bucket of your health, and she just keeps on hitting. She's not slowed down at all. Dark Impulse, AP recovers by 100%. Wow, there's no condition attached to that either. 10 when damage is nullified by evading. Ooh, so she can keep the pressure on. I kind of like that in an attacker unit, that she's able to just kind of get in there and just keep pushing at it. Inorganic Blade, single target damage plus 15%, single target damage plus 25% at 100 HP. Also very nice. And Beautiful World, that's just for her. Pretty darn good. And battle skills, let's check out this rush mode here. So rush mode, if you watched my FFBE videos, rush mode is kind of like your limit break. You're hitting guys until that gets high enough, and then you activate a rush. Now what's interesting in this game is that there's a multiplayer mode, so instead of just playing by yourself, you can be activating you can be playing with other players at these same bosses. It makes this game really ridiculously fun if you have the time. Really, really, really fun. And the rush modes are a big part of that. There's actually a rush mode etiquette of how you'll pop them off and when you'll pop them off, but the rush mode is one of the most important features of any different character. The character could have crappy skills but a really great rush mode, and that still makes them a good character, so just keep that in the back of your brain. Yohara Arms, 100. Engage Berserk mode and carve up enemies at sonic speed. I love it. Single target damage plus 60% and recovers 15% of HP every 3 seconds for 20 seconds. So it looks like that's mostly just for her, but wow, that's pretty damn nice. That keeps her in the fight. And like I said, I like characters who can keep the pressure on. And unlike the other two units, she actually can chain a little bit. Her max hits for Yorha Arms 11 and 12 are 5 and 4. That's not super high, but that is adding to the effect of the chain. And the higher the chain goes between all the characters fighting, the more damage you're dealing. It's a damage multiplier. So I think she would work really, really well with either these same other two support units, unless their abilities don't stack. And I would put her in probably with a good defender like Summer Miuria, who just rattles off these chains like crazy, and maybe somebody like Cliff, who rattles off these chains like crazy. Get the chain super high and then activate her, and I think she would just be an amazing finisher. If the chain's high enough and she pops this, I mean, they're toast. So really, overall, 3 really, really good units. I like them all. I think this is worth drawing on, and so let's have some fun. Let's see who we get. Let's draw 10. All right, this is the fun part. And summon.
Heavens above, lend me your powers that I might forge a path for the
Oh, we got something. All the way at the end there, the last unit summoned. Alright, so this game is kind of interesting. If you get duplicates of a unit, the game takes care of it for you. So what's interesting is that if you have a unit and then you get a duplicate of that unit later, all you'll get is what's called a limit break item, and that's one of the ways that you enhance characters later. So the cool thing is you don't have 1,000 units in your inventory to manage like you do in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. The game gives you one copy of that unit, and for every additional copy of that unit, you either limit break that character up and make them more powerful, or you get a limit break item. Alright, so this guy, he's kind of a turkey. I don't use him. plus I can admit, I like characters for how they look, and if they look kind of dopey, I'm probably not going to use them. These are all just The same quality of grades work in this game as they do in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. So the blue tier, the rares, they're called rares. They're not really that rare. They're the most common unit. Then you have the gold tier, and then above that is the rainbow tier. And the rainbow tier, that's the one you want. Alright, so let's see what else we get. These guys, they're... they're okay. You can choose to level them up, but honestly, you're really just going to draw until you get a good 5-star unit and just level them up. But yeah, if you're into Star Ocean, I only ever played halfway through Star Ocean till the end of time, but I love the fantasy setting. I love fantasy sci-fi settings, and this game has just been a blast. The gameplay is just really solid. Oh, we got another 2B! Okay, that's actually not too bad. I already have one 2B, so what this is going to do is just going to limit breaker up one. Boom. So the 2B I already have is a little bit more powerful. I'm actually going to do one more summon. I actually had a pretty good time with that. We got a 3-star healer. He's probably not that great. But I think this is worth it. If I can get A2 or a 9S, I think they're both units worth having. And this is a limited time banner, and I think I still have a lot of time till Evelise comes out, so I'm just going to go for it. I could be drawing for weapons right now, but really, I think the units are more important. So let's do this one more time and just see what we get. Plus, like I said, this game's a little bit more generous with how they give out gems, so the ability to do these mass summons comes a lot quicker than you might think. Alright, so let's see what we got! Oh, we did get a rainbow. What did we get? Alright. The anticipation's always so much fun. So this is the essence of a gacha game, is the gambling aspect of it. You're not really sure what you're going to get. You know what you want, but you're not sure you're actually going to get it.
I shall use this strength to save my friends. I'm strong too, you know.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of limit break items here. Tinny Eve. I recognize some of these guys. There's not a huge unit pool in Star Ocean Anamnesis yet, so it's really easy to recognize a lot of characters. And you're just kind of like, yeah, I've seen him a million times.
This face?
Oh no! It wasn't even a banner unit. I can't remember this woman's name. She's, I think, from Star Ocean 2. Fia, I think, Star Ocean 2? I think I already have one of her, so I think that just limit breaked her. Alright, that's it. That's the way the gacha crumbles. Alright, so that's Star Ocean Anamnesis. The next time I do a video for this... Actually, you know what? Do I have enough tablets here for one more draw? Let's just see really quick. Item exchange. Back. Yeah, you know what? I've got enough for one 5-star ticket. It's kind of the mercy pull. You get enough of those tablets from doing the large summons like that, and you get a mercy 5-star ticket to do a 5-star character. Now, there's different levels of 5-star characters. There's the regular 5-star character, and then there's what they call an ace. And the ace is what we were just pulling for. They're the really high caliber, high stats, you know, good characters. But this is the only thing you're going to really spend those things on, except for 5-star weapon tickets, and the 5-star weapon tickets are random. So is the character. So let's just do it. Let's see what we get. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. I doubt it, but it's fun. So character summon, and let's go down to the tickets. 5-star ticket guaranteed. Is that the one? Oh gosh, man, I have a bunch of those tickets. I was kind of hoping for an ace ticket. It looks like I just have the regular 5-star. So let's see what we get. What? A rainbow? Now, the first time I ever did one of these 5-star tickets, it actually got one of the banner units from the current banner. So there's always a part of me that hopes you get that. And does not look like I did here. We got Limey. Characters I wouldn't mind getting at this point are ones that I am investing into right now, like Fate and Sophia. They are really good characters that I was really lucky to get, and I just want to keep seeing them evolve and improve and get better. So seeing them appear here just would give me the free limit break for them.
You can count on me.
Mickey, I think I already have her too. She's a healer. She's a pretty good healer, but the one I chose to invest into was Summer Sophia. And the main difference is that Mickey has this massive heal that she does that heals a ton of HP, but it's super expensive to do, and it's very slow. Anyway, that's it. That's all we got for tonight, guys. For Star Ocean Anamnesis, I am beat. But I did want to get that out there just to kind of show you a little bit about what this looks like, and just to have a little fun. Also, it looks like that. Oh man, there's a boost to status enhancing for the next little while. So for the guys that you're trying to level 1 to 60 and then break them, then get them up to 70, this is a really good time to do that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, this is my roster. And the only character I have right now that's already limit breaked all the way up to max is my Summer Sophia. And I still stand by that decision. Getting a healer under your belt that you can trade off to other players, that you can have for your own party, that you don't have to search for, is invaluable. You'll get into groups really fast this way. It's something that I really appreciate. But the next thing on your list after you have a really good healer is to get excellent DPS. And I'm really lucky that I do have some really, really good options. But, when it comes to DPS, especially in gacha games, you can't have enough flavors of DPS. Because you're always going to have that boss that, oh, this boss is weak to, fire. Okay, well, I have 2 fire units or no fire units, or here's the situation I've got. And then the next boss you have is weak to ranged attacks. Oh, so I need ranged units. So you can never really have enough flavors of DPS. Your healers and your tanks are usually always pretty stable, but DPS in these games is kind of the bread and butter to keep the gacha system going. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.